Hey, here's what happened to me yesterday. So, T&TEC came to cut my lights yesterday. Now, mind you, I am not owing a year of lights or anything like that. My light bill was paid off in December. Then the new bill came. So I had up to the end of February to pay. I ran a little late in March because, I got sick and then I could not have opened and whatever and so forth and so forth. So anyway, so the contracted T&TEC worker came and he said, I came to cut your lights. Now I just opened my outlet after 2 weeks. So yesterday was the first day. So I said, well, sir, just give me 24 hours. I'm going to pay you. No, I can't do that. I said, okay, well, give me an hour and a half. We'll sort it out. Then you come back, it will be paid. No, I can't do that. He said, but if you give me $200, I will give you a little time and you could go and sort out your bill. So actually, I did go and check to see if I had $200 change inside, which I didn't. And from the time I came outside and said, well, I don't have $200, he said, well, I have to cut you. He said, the thing is, if I don't cut you, I don't get paid. So I have to cut you to get paid. Apparently it's $200 he gets every time he cuts a person. I said, okay. I said, let me make a call. So I called someone to assist me. And while I'm speaking to the person said, well, give me about an hour and a half. I'll come get you. We'll go pay the bill. I said, but the guy said he has to cut it now. And if I give him $200, he will give me a little time to pay the bill. And the guy started, the contractor, he said, why are you telling people I taking bribe? So I said, but I never said that you're taking bribe. You asked me for $200. I'm trying to get the $200 so this person so they could pay you so you could give me a little bly. So my husband get real pissed off and come outside and say, but you're taking a bribe. You're taking a bribe. So I said, you see, this thing escalating. I say, yeah, what's going on? Let me calm down the scenario thing. But when you mash my husband gone, or you mash my gone, he goes from 0 to 100 quick, which I think is right because the guy was wrong. I was also wrong for even thinking about giving him the 200, but when you're in a desperate situation and a study, the lights are going to be off, everything in my fridge might spoil. I think in all this, I lose more money if the electricity cuts. So I said, well, I'm pay the 200. But when he heard me talking to somebody, he don't know who the person I talking to. On top of that, he get pissed. He said, no. I said, man, Lama, give me a little chance. Give me a little chance. I'm going to get it now for you. Whatever. The person come in to drop. No, I have to cut. Click. He got the lights. But here he end game. So anyway, as he going down T&TEC now, one time, just right after he cut the lights and he go away. Well, of course, they had a few words shared and so on. So the guy didn't leave here too happy and my baby was pissed off, right? Understandably so, because the man asked for a bribe. All we asked for a blight of an hour and a half, right? But anyway, so they went, they paid the bill and everything. But here what happened? We had to pay a reconnection fee of 300 and maybe 300 or three, about two something, right? So we ended up paying the bill plus. No, it just cut. So we pay back, pay the reconnection fee, pay the full bill. Bill is paid and thing. Come back here. And while me and T&TEC paying the bill, and I hear, I say in my mind, that man had to come back here and reconnect that lights. So My husband come back and say, well, they say within 24 hours or 24 hours time, they're going to come. You know, within 15 minutes, the man come back and stand up by the gate and say, I could come in the yard. I say, come to reconnect. He watched me. My husband just say, come now, man. He come, he reconnected back in 5 minutes. And then we tell him, thank you, have a great day. Nobody said anything, everybody calm. The moral of the story is, have some customer service. You didn't have to give us the favor because we was asking for a blind. But here we're going. He asked for $200 because he tell himself, if I pay him the $200 and then I go and pay the bill, he still get his fee for cutting without cutting. Yeah? At the end of the day, we pay the bill and the $200 that he was getting went to T&TEC. So me and know we're going. But the whole thing is that he wrong to ask for $200. And you can imagine how many people he going to cut yesterday and was in a desperate situation like us. Maybe more desperate because they probably didn't have the money to pay the freaking bill one time. So you see what going? He make 2 by so, 2 by so, 2 by so, and he show me the book with the list of people he had to cut to show my name, my box number, right? And he had like about 10 people before me. But the moral of the story is, them contractors and them just ask you for bribe. Maybe not all, but T&TEC check your people. And who knows who else does do it. These are hard times. These are hard times. I didn't see the video with the current Prime Minister talking about $500 worth of groceries right now and he giving you $200 worth of thing. He now find out that when I go in the grocery and buying a sack of flour for $60 this week and the next week is $75, it have flour that is $100 and something dollars. So I just have to watch to see the prices before I pick up a sack of flour because the most reasonable price, and I ain't seen reasonable, the lowest price flour right now is $69 for the same 10 kg. What are you saying? Things like peanut butter. As make sucker bag. And 500g of peanut butter is something like $35. I mean, the guy in the video was talking about how Stuart Wang, you ever eat cricks? You ever eat cricks? But cricks and bread is the same price right now. It's $17.50 for a pack of cricks biscuit that used to be the poor man food. And it's $17.50 for a loaf of bread. Right? The lower cost bread just tastes like rubber band. Thank God I could cook, I could bake, I could make my own bread because them bread are really healthy. But when desperation come and you're in a hurry, you go and you buy a bread. Everything is expensive in Trinidad and Tobago. I am not complaining about Trinidad on the whole because I love my country. But you see the management, not everybody, because I'm not a party person. But the management suck. And it's the lower income people who struggle to live. The people who could afford to go to Massy stores and shop are the upper income people because Massy freaking expensive. I shop in Food Basket because Food Basket is kind of try and do things for you. Right? So the whole reason for my rant is to say people in positions of authority do better. Employees or civil servants who are hired to deal with the people, or they know how hard it is, do better. Thank God I had the money to pay for to pay the lights. What about people who didn't have the money? Right now them in darkness and all the food spoiling. Only have the best day you could possibly have, eh?